Hello and welcome to the very first Plan With Me of 2018. I am very excited to share with you every single week a glance at my PowerSheets and my Erin Condren Life Planner. So before we actually get into the first weekly layout of the year, I'm going to show you what I'm using for my Plan With Me series. So I'm using the Erin Condren Vertical Life Planner, and I've got Post-it notes clipped into the front as well as a color-coded key that I've created to help me keep things a little bit more organized. This is probably my 6th year using an Erin Condren Life Planner, and I love it. It just keeps getting better every year. On this spread, I have highlighted several different things so I'm able to see at a glance when my daughter's out of school, what weekends she's with me as opposed to at her dad's, travel, things like that. On this spread, I am breaking down each of the boxes to represent one month of the year, and I am putting different action steps for my main goals in these boxes. And then I've broken down this into 4 main focal areas. So I have home, health, family, and wit and wisdom, which is my business. At the beginning of each month, there's a really beautiful monthly spread, followed by a weekly spread. And as you can see, I'm using the vertical. And I use those Post-it notes to map out my weekly before I actually put it in as a permanent fixture in my planner. So at the end of the planner, there's several note pages. Some are lined, some are dot grid. There's even some coloring pages, which I doubt I'll use. And then there's a 2019 calendar, as well as some really beautiful stickers, which you can see I've already used quite a few of. There's also a couple of pockets. These are really sturdy pockets, and the back cover is laminate as well as the front. I'm using this, like I said, in conjunction with my 2018 PowerSheets. If you're not familiar with PowerSheets, they're a really great goal-setting workbook. This is my 3rd year using PowerSheets, and I've decided to use them with my planner because it'll help me be more accountable with the goals that I set. So right now I'm just showing you some of the planning pages, brainstorming pages, that sort of thing. And then you get into the goal section. So as you can see, I have my 2018 goals, and each goal has a color-coded tab that I've created and an action plan. And this action plan mirrors what you see in the Erin Condren Planner. And then I have my January goals. So I started the prep work for those, and then everything gets added into a tending list with monthly, weekly, and daily goals. And I'm using some additional wildcard pages in my PowerSheets too. So let's get right into the first week of 2018. So I sat down with my PowerSheets and I mapped out what's on my calendar, and I wrote out all of the things that I want to accomplish or work towards in January, and then I created my tending list. So as you can see, my tending list is color-coded based on my goals, and I've got my monthly, weekly, and daily goals written on my tending list. So I'm going to flip over to my January calendar in my life planner and start decorating. So I decided to just add a little pop of color at the top of my planner. I don't normally do this, but I just thought it would be fun to add a little bit of color up there. So that's some Erin Condren adhesive paper that I had in my stash. And now I'm going to add my monthly goals first to the monthly calendar. So since this is the very first month in a new year, in a new planner, I'm still trying to figure out exactly how I want my monthly pages to look. So I think for now, I'm just going to keep them really minimal. So all I'm doing is transferring a little bit more specific information about what the goal stickers look like. So on my January calendar, I'm focusing on cleaning out my guest room as part of my overall goal of decluttering my entire house. I'm also putting on my calendar when I want to have a big family dinner at my house and things like that. So I'm keeping it very minimal and just adding things so I can see kind of at a glance what my month looks like. On the right-hand sidebar, I'm adding some to-dos, and these are based on Either some of them are based on my goals for the month, and some of them are just, a to-do that I need to kind of focus on throughout the month. So for example, my best friend's birthday is at the end of the month. So I want to make sure I keep a bird's eye view on that so I can plan her birthday, buy her a gift and that sort of thing. And then if there's anything that I need to schedule throughout the month or plan or research or anything like that, I can put it over here. And I'll be adding to my monthly planner throughout the month because I do run my own business and I have appointments pop up all the time. So there will be things added to that calendar as the month progresses. Now, as you can see, my weekly layout looks a bit of a mess, but I like to start with the Post-it notes first, and then I clean it up a little bit later. So what I'm doing now is part of my daily tending list in my PowerSheets. I've got 4 different areas that I'm focusing on that I'm trying to basically check off every single day. So I've decided to create a little checkbox in the bottom left-hand corner of my weekly layout to kind of keep my eyes on those things. So I've got my daily goals of working out at Pure Barre, using my Write the Word journal to study the Bible, tidy up the house, and engage with my online community as part of my business. And so by transferring those to my weekly layout, I'm able to see those every single day and check them off every single day. The next thing that I'm doing is just adding a quick little ribbon sticker from my Erin Condren Planner to the top of the sidebar on my weekly layout. This is just kind of a little header for this to serve as a to-do list, things that I need to check off and get done throughout the week that maybe don't have a specific day assigned to them, but they do need to be done at some point during the week. So now I'm going to start cleaning up my planner. The first thing I decided to do was draw lines to just help me kind of keep things straight. I'm using the top part of my weekly layout for things that have a specific time dedicated to them. So I'll have, any meetings with clients, my exercise, class time, anything like that. I intended to erase all those lines after I was finished, but I actually kind of like them up there, so I think I'm gonna keep those for now, just kind of keep things straight as I add more scheduled events to my planner throughout the week. And then I'm using the bottom section for reminders. So this is just kind of a checklist of sorts for things that have to be done on specific days. So I have a couple of clients that I have recurring weekly tasks for, so I put those on specific days. Monday, for example, New Year's Day, we're going to a party and I have to make a dip to take to the party, so that's going on Monday's reminders, different things like that. So anything that has a specific day where that particular task has to get done, it goes in that reminder at the bottom of the day. And then just to add some color, I decided to flip through my stickers that I have. I have several from Erin Condren. I have my goal setting sticker book that I purchased with my PowerSheets, and just decided to decorate a few different sections in my planner for January 1st being our New Year's Day party. I wanted to decorate that particular day. So I added a little pennant banner there and wrote New Year's Party. And then I also decided to decorate the box for Tuesday because Tuesday, January 2nd is the official launch of Wit and Wisdom, which is my business with my business partner and best friend, Erin Sheebish. So that's a big day for us. We're definitely going to be celebrating that launch, shouting it all over the internet on Tuesday. So I wanted to make sure I made that really stand out in my weekly layout because it's a big day for us. So I basically repeated this process over on the right-hand side of my planner. I was actually a little more careful about adding the lines and spacing them out fairly evenly on this side because I realized I wanted to keep them at that point. So I started off by drawing the lines, and then I went back and cleaned them up, erasing the sections, the lines in the middle and on the outside. And I decided to clean up the other side a little bit too. Again, I added a space for reminders at the bottom. Initially, I thought that I would just use this on the Monday through Friday days, but I ended up going back and adding reminders to Saturday as well. I'm still not sure how I'm going to set up Sundays in my planner. I want to put my meal plan in there, but I know I'll need more than one box. So I'll probably eventually go back and add that at some point so I can show you that next week. But for now, I have reminders at the bottom of each section except for Sunday. So now I'm checking my monthly tending list to make sure that if there's anything I need to be working on this week that will get me closer to accomplishing my monthly goals, or if there's anything on my weekly goals tending list in my PowerSheets, I'm adding it to this week's to-do list. I really like having all of my tending items in my planner because I don't always look at my tending list throughout the week, and especially, every single day, but I do look at my planner every single day. It sits open on my desk all day long, every single day, and I check things off. I live out of my life planner, so it helps me stay more accountable to my goals when I transfer my tending list items over to my planner and I look at them and check them off every single day. I decided to add one last sticker to Thursday because I know Thursday's not going to be a very busy day since I have a hair appointment in the morning. That's going to take up a good chunk of my day. So that's my weekly spread for the first week of January 2018. And as the week progresses, I'll be adding more client calls and things like that. But for now, it's a very minimalist week, which I like.